Look, it's perfectly fine if you don't always feel fine. It's perfectly okay if you don't feel okay, right? Like, it's okay to have bad days. Like, I think sometimes we try too hard to be positive all the time. Like, for a long time, I would watch YouTube creators and they'll say things like, oh, just be positive, be positive. I'm like, fam, I got bills, I have debt, I have problems, things are going on in the world. I don't want to always be positive. Sometimes you have to be negative. It's perfectly fine, man. Like, I'm starting to learn, and I said this before, that life is just about balance. Like, even myself, I've always tried to want the good times, but I need to appreciate the bad times as well, because the struggle is what's going to make me a better person. And the same goes with you and anyone else. We need to embrace the struggle instead of trying to run away from it. We need to embrace the bad times instead of trying to trying to escape from it. Because regardless, we're going to have to go through something. Everything has a season. Everything has a season and everything has a reason. But as long as you're breathing, you have a chance, to advance. But all I'm saying is that everything has its time. Like, you may be someone who started a business, let's say 7 years ago. And let's say you're still struggling and you see other people, they're winning, they're doing great things. And, you started this business, let's say 7 years ago, and let's say nothing has happened. So you might think, man, why is my season taking so long? I see other people balling. I see other people who started later than me and they're winning. How come I'm not, quote unquote, winning? But you don't realize that what might be a long season to you might be a short season to God. Like, for you, you might be like, yo, I need to make it in 2 years. But God might be like, no, man, you're just getting started. You're going to go through a path. You're going to go through some tribulation before your elevation. And I think a lot of times we forget that. It's a season for everything, man. For all the people out there who read the Bible, even the Bible tells you that. It says a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build. Come on, man, that was a rhyme. A time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather them, a time to embrace and a time to refrain. It's a time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, and a time to be silent and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. Come on, man, that's right there in the Bible that everyone like to diss and criticize. That's right there. It's a time for everything, man. It's right there. For anyone. That applies to anyone, man. That's not just me, that's you, that's your mother, your father, that's everyone. It's heaven and hell, man. We have to embrace the fact that we're going to experience all that. Everyone. No one is immune. And if you plan on being on this earth for a little while, you have to accept the fact that you're not going to always smile. You're not going to always be in a good mood. And that's fine. It's perfectly fine to not always be fine. It's okay if you do not feel okay. It's okay if sometimes you don't even know what to say because you've had a bad day. It's life, man. It's life. I don't know everything. I don't have all the answers. I still have a lot of questions, but I'm trying. And I think we can all do some good, man, if we just embrace the fact that life is what it is. You're gonna get punched. You're gonna get knocked down. It's gonna happen. And whatever your season is, like, you may have a season of pain, but you may have a season for gain as well. But we have to experience both sides, like the yin and the yang. Gotta have some good and some bad and some good. That's it, man. If you took something from this video, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate everyone who's been checking out my channel. I'm actually going to drop more videos. I'm thinking about doing more content like this. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment, like it so I can know, I've been trying to figure out what direction to take the channel. And I think I'm going to start having more conversations like this. Still going to do poetry and things like that. I'm going to talk about that in the future video, what my plans are for poetry. But besides that, man, I appreciate everyone. My Patreon is in the description. My Instagram, my email. Leave a comment. Contact me. Let's talk. Let's conversate. Let's elevate. Peace.